All right, let's talk about this deck a little bit, and then when we dive into the games, I'll walk through some of the mechanics, the actual gameplay for people that are new a little bit. This is a Warmother's Call control deck. So our goal is to be interactive and control the board a little bit until we can play this incredibly expensive spell here. And this spell says, at the start of each round and right away, summon the top ally in your deck. So if we can survive to get to this card is going to pump out an endless stream of threats that should eventually overwhelm the opponent and win the game. How are we surviving to get to there? We have tools like Vile Feast to kill the early plays. We have things like Avalanche to kill things out of the aggressive decks. We've got some copies of the box. Deck's just got a bunch of sweepers and spot removal to help us survive against the aggressive decks to make it to the Warmother's Call. Our champions in this deck are 3 copies of Thresh. He has the Challenger mechanic, so he can force things to block him. So he's also basically a removal spell. We've got some Anivia here, which is a champion that levels up when you're enlightened. So these games are going long. So this is very reasonable that we're going to get enlightened in a lot of our games that are going well for us. And then we've got a cheeky copy of Tyrannimir here, which is a good finisher. 8-4 Overwhelm is similar to Trample for Magic. If I would die, level up instead. And then he turns into a big scary guy with Overwhelm. So yeah, the way combat in this game works is very similar to Magic. One player declares attackers, and then the other player declares blockers. However, the use of the Challenger mechanic is very common in this game, so combat tends to be more interactive than Magic because you can use a lot of your units as removal. Runeterra, one of the things that really stands out to me from other games, in addition to the economy, but in terms of actual gameplay, Runeterra has the best play draw balance of any card game I've ever played. And they achieve this good play draw balance by having turns essentially be simultaneous. So, mulligans in this game are partial mulligans. My opponent's playing Anivia, which probably means they're a control deck as well. So I'm going to mulligan the Avalanche if they're a control deck. I think I'm going to keep Thresh and Thytomir as threats in case they're a slower control deck. Seeing your opponent's champions at the start of your game allows us to make intelligent mulliganing decisions right away. Every single turn, both players gain a mana and restore their mana. But you'll notice here, neither my opponent nor I made a play on the first turn of the game, and instead of that mana going away and just being lost, it was banked here into spell mana. And spell mana is another thing that helps achieve play draw balance in this game, because there isn't just an incredible amount of tempo loss in this game if you miss an early play. So, opponent actually playing the same 2 regions, which are similar to colors that we are. So I'm going to go ahead and block here. So, it's like Hearthstone in terms of mana, except both players are playing every turn, and you can bank up to 3 mana across turns if you don't use it. So, unlike games like Hearthstone and Magic, where generally speaking it's optimal to use all your mana every turn, in Runeterra, it's often game theory optimal to not make a play so you can bank extra mana for a future turn. And you can see here, my opponent and I both had 3 mana we didn't use, and it rolled up here into our spell mana. In fact, both of us just being kind of clunky here. You can only bank up to 3, so you saw that 4 that neither of us used there just went away. I'm gonna go ahead and play 5 dropout. Hey, Vortriel, thanks for the sub gift. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great weekend wherever you're at. That's a 3-1. That Frostbite's my thing, which gets rid of its power till end of turn. Yeah, I love the priority system in this game. So the way the priority system works is if both players pass, the turn just ends. So there's a lot of sequences, too, where if your opponent passes to you, it's correct to just pass, even if you have mana, if it makes your opponent give up more mana than you gave up. 3-7 lifesteal. Sure. So I have 9 mana total here. I'm just going to go ahead. Do I want to just Vengeance? I might want to save the Vengeance. I'm going to go ahead and play my other 5-drop out here. This makes all the allies in my deck bigger. Yeah, that's a fat one. Artwork's kind of sick too. They're not attacking. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Vile Feast here to kill their 3-1. It deals 1 damage to it and makes me a spider. If you stuck around from when we were playing Magic, by the way, and you're watching on the PC, if you refresh your browser page, a Twitch overlay will load so you can mouse over cards on the board and cards in my hand. Twitch doesn't do it automatically. You gotta refresh. I think I'm just gonna get the 3rd Hearthguard out here.
We fight for one Freljord.
And just start smashing. I wouldn't be surprised if they have sweepers too.
Stand together.
So I declare attackers, they declare blockers. Combat resolves left to right. This has lifelink, so they gain a little bit back. Get an empty mana gem, heal your Nexus 3. Neat, so it's a ramp spell. So they have 1 more than me now? Yeah, they have 9 and I only have 8. Yeah, I'm gonna be live most days from now on, Suskind.
Who would face me?
Just gonna slam my 8-drop. Yep, yeah, want to Warmother's Call as soon as possible here. So you can only have 10 mana total in this game, except you can have your overfill mana up to 3 more. So there's a few really powerful cards here like Warmother's Call that actually cost more than 10 because you cast them using your spell mana. I think we just do this, huh? Actually, am I supposed to open on attacks here in case they're playing Ruination? There's a good chance they're on Ruination, right? So I think I should open on attacks. So the way combat in this game works, if I start by attacking, my opponent does not get a chance to play slow spells or more units before they have to declare blockers. However, if I play a champion or an ally out or a slow spell, my opponent will then get a chance to also play a slow spell or a unit before I go into combat. So even though you can attack with things the turn you play them in this game, it's often game theory optimal to not do that and attack right away, so that way you can attack before they add to their board. The eye here tells me how combat's going to work out. So with this spell on the stack and their blocks, if I say, okay, I'm good with that, combat happens, these 3 units will die and they'll take 1. And they'll get a spider from their Vile Feast. I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. Wonderful seeing a Nivea here, since they're enlightened. Let's call for mommy, shall we? Sure. Spider.
Pledge yourself to our cause. I cannot be sated.
Hey, we have the Fat Boy too. Look at that. You'll love to see it. Okay, so they're killing both their things, so I assume that means we're going to see a Ruination next turn. Yeah, all of the stuff in our deck is +3/+3 because of Soul Gorger. And then this here means that this levels, but then when they sweep next turn, they'll kill us leveled mode. Yep, we have the Rekindler here, which revives our strongest dead ally.
A new era begins.
So we have an Anivia now, because it was summoned by the Warmother's call. So if they sweep, we get an egg as well. So they're probably dead here.
This is our time.
Just gonna go ahead and vengeance this to kill it. Does slamming $20 in a fresh account do much in this game? Yeah, you buy exactly the cards you want to get in this game. So for 20 bucks, you can build most of a tier 1 deck. In fact, there's a couple of decks that are very competitive that literally don't play champions, and you can build any of those decks for less than 20 bucks. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and open on attacks here, so this way they don't get a chance to play a slow sweeper.
I protect this place.
Yeah, it's great. And honestly, they did a really good job of, so the free-to-play is pretty generous in this game, so you get a kind of pack experience from the free stuff you get. Like a lot of your rewards, while you get some wild cards as rewards, a lot of your rewards are random cards in the faction that you're working on. So they give you some of that dopamine pack experience in the random stuff that you're earning, but when you're putting money in, you actually get to get exactly what you want, which is wonderful. Yeah, you also get a free champion wildcard every week just for playing. Correct. Thanks everybody for hanging out through the Runeterra today, by the way. If you came over from when we were playing Magic, I'm going to be streaming for probably another 90 minutes or so with this deck. And then when we're done, if you want to see more of my Runeterra content, I post a new constructed deck every single day up on my website and my YouTube channel. So there's a good backlog of sweet things to go through there. Deck codes for them all are in the video description, just like my Magic stuff. Opponent is playing Ezreal Twisted Fate here, which is likely an aggressively slanted deck. Definitely don't want Warmother's Call on my opener against an aggro deck, and I think the 6-drop is too slow as well. Both Avalanche and the box are probably worth keeping because they'll interact with my opponent's early plays. Again, just the value of having that information of knowing what champions they're playing allow us to intelligently mulligan in the game that we play is fantastic. Unlike Magic, where I think best of 1 is pretty necessary for, or best of 3 is pretty necessary for balancing out the variance of the game, I think Runeterra actually does a great job of giving a great gameplay experience as best of 1. Between no resource variance and being able to make good mulligan decisions, definitely a big fan. I think this is going to be an example of a game where I just bank my mana the first 3 turns into spell mana, so I literally just get to pass on the first 2 turns and save this mana up so I can play it out as a spell. We'll see. If they play out another unit here, I might deploy Sentry, but I pass, so if they pass, so it'll go to their turn.
I got the kids.
I'm gonna go ahead and play the Sentry out now. If this hits me, they get to draw a card. Or they get to draw a card, basically, so I'll wait to deploy a blocker. So, the top bar here is mana that replenishes and gains 1 every single turn. The bottom bar is mana that I can save and carry over turn to turn. So unlike games like Magic and Hearthstone, where you get punished and lose tempo for not using all your mana every turn, in Runeterra, it's often game theory optimal to not make a play, so you can save that mana for a future turn. And this being able to bank mana makes the permutations that your turns can go through so much more complicated and satisfying, in my opinion. Hello, girls.
I wanna play too.
You want to play too, Haley? What do you think? You say hi? We're still working on holding our head up, Chip. Still working on holding our head up. Does Daddy want to avalanche, Haley? Or do we just pass? I think we just pass here. You're very awake. I love it. You're adorable. I saw that little smile. I don't know if chat saw it, but I did. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. See what they do, if they commit more to the board or not. I definitely feel like as the game goes long, we're probably more favored to win than they are. So if they're just passing here and neither of us are using mana or developing the board, I think that's good for us. Haley, for those of you that are new to the stream, how old are you? 2.5 weeks? You are precious. Yes, you are.
It would be 3 today.
Is it 3 weeks today? You're right. Yep.
Who says I don't?
Oh, you're getting so old.
Every day, Mom. Every day. And this is perfect. We get to Avalanche here, which kills all their dorks. Good quality 3-for-1. Quality 3-for-1, Haley. Take note. 3-for-1s are good. You think your hands are good? Are your hands delicious? Everything's delicious when you're 3 weeks old? Yeah. I like your unicorn onesie. It's cute like you.
We fight for one Freljord.
Yeah, see, that's a big fatty. That's my big fatty, chat. They stole my thing.
I like the way she looks.
You think we're just playing vengeance on that? Man, that's good, though. All their stuff is going to be bigger, is going to make all of our... So much of our removal is based on dealing damage. So the fact that all their stuff is going to be larger now makes our removal less efficient. You're very wiggly when you're awake. It's pretty great. I think I'd rather Soul Gorger than Thresh here. Soul Gorger can lifesteal me back up to 20, which is ideal. Chat thinks you're cute. I think they're right. We need to get you an emote in chat, huh? The boys have one. You don't have one yet. Your mom should work on that. She's the emote queen. Yes, 20 is the max health value in this game, which I actually really like. It makes ordering things in combat correctly very meaningful, and it helps mean that the games don't drag out.
Time for a true display of skill.
Loud.
And this is, we're seeing here that downside from them making their things bigger. This Ezreal's a 2-4 now instead of a 1-3. So like, I have to vengeance this. I guess I could box plus Biofeast it. Yeah, I'm gonna box plus Biofeast actually. Oh, wait for attacks. Yeah, because if they have another Ezreal here, they get to play Ezreal and smack me now, right? Yeah, I should wait till they declare attacks, because they're both fast. It's a good catch. Ooh. So we can Warmother's call next turn, which is great. Let's get Thresh going. Isumi, thanks for the 18 months. I appreciate the year and a half. Welcome back. The killer pirate music that we're currently listening to is determined by our game board. The cosmetics in this game are fantastic. Look at my adorable little guy over here. And the music that you hear is based on what game board you're playing. He stunned my Thresh. That's rude. I'm just gonna pass here because I want to bank spell mana so I can Warmother's Call. We got done playing Arena just before this, Poppy, so you can see my schedule in the stream information section as well as on my website. It details not only when I'm live, but what I'm live with when. You can find a bunch of archives on my YouTube channel as well. This game anywhere near as good as Magic the Gathering. This game is currently new, so it doesn't have as deep of a card pool as Magic. But I think if they release cards at a good rate like they plan to, I think the core game design of Runeterra is better than the core game of Magic the Gathering. Huh? So I could just box here and kill all of these. Do I want to do that? It means I can't Warmother's Call next turn because I need my spell mana to Warmother's Call. I think I'm just gonna do this and kill everything. Oh wait, does it only do... Oh, it's only enemies. Oh, that's great. I should read my card. Reading is busted, chat. Reading is busted. Man, the box is really good. Sign me up. So I don't get to Warmother's Call now because I'm only gonna have one spell mana banked. But we can set up to do this next turn. What's our strongest ally that's died this game? Is it Soul Gorger? I think I want to do this, right? So I can still Warmother's Call next turn.
We burn, then kindle anew.
Oh, it's only champions. Oh, I'm dumb. Listen, chat, we've already established I can't read, okay? It's gonna be okay. We're gonna Warmother's Call and we're gonna win. I just wanted a blocker for their 4/4, chat. Come on now.
The conflagration.
Boys,
You're being so good today. Is your belly full? That's why you're content? Just looking all around. It turns orange when there's something to revive. Ooh, that's a good one. Something that could be good from an interface perspective is that it would be nice if that card showed, like, hey, this is what I'm going to revive. Okay, look, it's orange now, so it can revive something. It would be nice if, like, when I moused over this, it, like, showed the champion it was going to bring with it.
It's miserably hot outside.
All week. So, Warmother's Call when we cast it, and then every round, we'll now summon an ally out of our deck. The calm before the screams. Play something for me to hook, please. What happens when you click it? Nothing. You're about to get sharked? Yeah! Get blasted. Oh gosh, this triggers Ezreal? That's super good. I love the art on this card. It's so great. League of Legends IP is hilarious. Alright, so we get to pass back here, but then Warmother's Call is going to summon something at the start of their turn, so not in a terrible spot. We've got Grasp of the Undying here to gain a little bit of life, which is nice. We've got Harsh Winds to Frostbite. So doing pretty okay. Hey, look, a 3/7 with lifesteal. I don't use the deck tracker, Marty. The deck tracker app is separate from the Twitch extension. They're different applications. I found those pop-ups annoying too, so I uninstalled the deck tracker. What's up? So, I have 11 mana total. If I avalanche, it'll let this trade with this, and then I can Grasp of the Undying to finish off their 4-power thing here. Oh, I could also Grasp to finish this and then not have to trade, right? That's nice. Bring it. We're doing it, hey. Alright, yeah. Hold on, folks. I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, I just assumed they were gonna attack before they played another unit out. Give them the fizz shoulders. Arr. We did it, baby girl. We did it. Are we just lucky because you're here? Dad's super lucky to have you. Didn't even... True control deck. Didn't even have to damage their Nexus and they conceded. Yay, free stuff. Some shards, some cards we already have max copies of. No crappy systems, like Arena Vaults. What you doing? You're so weak in this game.
Because she's wide awake.
Did you do some tummy time today? That's good. Get big, strong neck muscles. Braum Anivia. So, control mirror again here. Definitely want the Sentry. You know, gosh, honestly, is it crazy to keep Warmother's Call in my opener in a control mirror? I feel like it's probably not. I just, like, guaranteed play this on 9, like, probably win the game. Hey, you're too wiggly for me. You're out of control.
See the Devastian border from here. For the homestead.
Good luck to girls. Are you Hublandia's princess?
Come on in. They're out there. I'll spot them.
So we can block here with this, and then Vile Feast to kill it. Interesting. Okay, so they're not killing my 2-1. I guess they want to deny me the card draw, but this allows me to pressure their life total a little bit, which is nice. Nah, just number 3 Walker. Although, having completed the set is nice. It's easy set to complete. There's only 2 kinds.
Rum is on the job.
Huh? Well, that's really good against our 2-1s. I think we're just passing here. So this guy levels up when he's taken 10 total damage. So attacking in, and he also regenerates. So if I attack in, he heals back as well. So unlike the rest of the units where damage stays on them in this game, if they have regenerate, it's more similar to Magic where their health comes back every turn. Withering Wail. Yep. I mean, I get to draw 3 at least.
Our strength is yours.
Play my 5/5. Thud.
What do you think, Haley?
Today we fight as one.
So 3 turns till we can Warmother's Call. Need to get up to 9 mana. Plus 3 spell mana. He's dead, Jim. You've killed him.
Should we go upstairs?
Thanks for visiting, baby girl.
Say I love you, Daddy.
You have a cute little nose.
See you soon, Daddy.
See you in a little bit, baby girl.
My talons are frost, my wings the bitter
Bye bye to
winds.
internet.
And Brom is your wingman.
Prom is your wingman. I think I'm just mentioning Prom here. Soul Gorger does seem good. I agree. I'm still learning the card pool in this game. This is definitely like the first time I've seen this card. I should play my own Anivia here, and then I can attack with both, hook this, and then this trigger will kill it and make the egg. Yep.
Winter take you.
That's rude. You can find this deck by using the overlay. You can also find all my decks on my Mobalytics page here.
A world in perfect
Okay, you killed my Anivia. We're gonna give up 2 mana here, but that's fine. I don't want to grasp their Anivia because I want my spell mana so I can Warmother's Call this turn. Huh? Am I still just Warmother's Calling, or am I getting rid of this? Probably just Warmother's Calling still. I think I could just beat. I think I just beat their Anivias. I think we just go over the top of them. I can't wait for the open 2 smash. Thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back.
I cannot be sated.
This is our time.
Yeah, I feel like we've hit good matchups so far.
The Freljord's eternal guardian.
So do I just attack? And then I can grasp this and then avalanche to finish things off.
I will endure.
Can we box the eggs? Do these count as being summoned this turn?
and hot soups.
Yep, and if you're unsure, you can put your spell in the middle, mouse over the eye, and see what's gonna happen. Click OK. So you don't just have to sit there and wonder. The game's interface is excellent and tells you what's up. We're actually gonna, like, run out of room on our bench here.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Do I avalanche here to, like, kill this and clear this out? Is it crazy to avalanche here? Cause, like, I really don't want these blocking or attacking. Get them outs by avalanching. I mean, they still have outs regardless. I'm gonna kill this. Like, I'm not attacking next turn, chat. So, like, I'm gonna have two Warmother's Call summons here before I get to attack again.
We fight for one Freljord.
And when this attacks, summon another attacking champion from your deck or hand. This deck seems absurd in the control mirrors. Like, we've been pretty fortunate our matchups so far. 2 of our 3 matchups have been control mirrors, and just like, they cannot beat Warmother's Call. Yes, yeah, if they don't have deny is real bad for us. Braum and Swain. Probably another mid-range control deck. Do I full mulligan here? Maybe Avalanche is good. Sometimes these could be aggressive, right? I'm gonna keep Avalanche just in case they're aggressive. Mulligan the rest. That's pretty good.
Nothing escapes my watch.
Oh, I can't wait.
So every time this survives damage, it deals 2 to us.
Ready the torches.
I'm gonna block with this because it lets Avalanche finish this off, which is nice. Wow, no place. That seems good for us.
Can see the Demastian border from here. Will no one listen?
They said control doesn't exist in the game. Well, that's very silly. There are a number of very reasonable control decks in this game right now. It is in fact just false.
The few for the many. Many tribes under one banner. Merely Paul in a greater game.
Yeah, that's probably true. Disconnect Dream. They're probably using some type of arbitrary gatekeeping style metric to define what real control is. Is likely what's going on there. Yeah. It's like when players say, okay, it's not interactive if there's not like counter spells in it. It's like, well, interaction has a wide range of things. Well, that's just rude.
To the back.
Swain's getting pretty close to leveling up here, but that's fine. I've got 2 copies of Vengeance.
I'll try anyone once.
Get this in and use my mana here.
Remember the objective.
Pass, if they skip combat, that's good for us. Yeah, maybe.
Glory of Noxus.
They still skip combat. Alright, deal. Control is when you have a deck with cards in it, and the more cards you have, the controller it is. Something like that. Huh? What if I, like, Thresh Hook here, and then see what they do, and then I can Avalanche post-combat? There's a Warmother's call. So we get to bank 3 mana here, and then we get to do that next turn. That's kind of scary. Huh? I'm gonna have to Vengeance Swain next turn, aren't I?
Darken the sky!
Sure, Ruination, right? I was saying, wow, this attack is, like, really good for us.
This is our homeland!
Do I just Warmother's call now? I know they're gonna get to stun me a little bit, but I think that's fine, right? I just want to use all 12 mana this turn and get this going. So, like, they can play Swain, they'll hit me for 3 down to 5, but I got a ton of ways to gain life in my hand.
The spirit of winter awakens.
Wow, that's a good one.
By my hand, Noxus rise. Grand General! There's nowhere to hide. Such little lies.
Well, shoot.
Prepare the cargo!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Everything went so horribly wrong. Everything went so horribly wrong.
What a delightful artillery barrage! Lead on Noxus.
I mean, they have to have something here. We could be dead. Technically not dead on board, though. Or not dead with these. Oh, we die on upkeep. Yeah, you're right. We die on upkeep. That's close. So we got punished. We got punished for playing Warmother's Call instead of killing the Swain. Although, honestly, they had the second Leviathan, so I'm not really sure with the second Leviathan that it even really mattered. We got punished for avalanching. How? Oh, we could have held up removal for Leviathan that turn. Sure. Sure, yeah, that's a good observation. Aggro? Can I just keep all these against aggro? Does deck work with one Thresh and threat is 3? Yeah, probably. It's a good pickup. Guess they have some really early plays. Now, unfortunately, they're attacking on odds. So if they play out another thing here and then open on attacks next turn, we're going to have to take another hit before we avalanche, but that's fine. I like debating if they want to play something else out here, if they want to start by smacking me for 2.
I've got your back.
That's like super annoying because it means I can't just avalanche this turn. I think we're just passing here. Skipping the first 3 turns versus aggro is rough. I mean, we're not skipping the first 3 turns. All right, now I'll do this. Actually, now I'm just gonna box, huh? Yeah, I'll just box, and we'll hold the avalanche for later. Because both of these came into play this turn. Okay, see, we're not skipping our first 3 turns. Getting set up for bigger plays. Save it is out of mud. So this makes it 3-4 when it dies. Change still, I think. How are the magic decks today? Sultai Flash was fine. I'm gonna put that one up on the website. The blue-green ramp deck was okay in terms of power level, but the games we played were just god-awful. We just played against a constant stream of Wilderness Reclamation decks.
I'm actually
It was
here.
not super fun magic.
The Warmother will unite us all. A symbol worth fighting for.
I would like to block. So, this board that we're using has S tier music on it. the music that you hear in this game is dictated by which game board you're using, which is wonderful. Honey Badger's getting pretty big, chat. Do I just kill this? I think I just kill this. And then I think when they attack here, I'm gonna go block, block, and then we can avalanche to clean up. Well, that's rude. Yikes. It's gonna be a big hit. Silly game in your responses. Where's my Tefri the Time Rambler to cut that stuff out?
Fall to our standard.
Yeah, Vile Piecing a response, maybe a jump blocker. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable idea. That's not terrible. Okay, so I get to grasp. So I get to avalanche plus grasp this. Proceed. Like She Who Wanders in this deck. We are not. You can find a deck list on the screen as always. I'm glad the winds are harsh, chat. Perfect. So we get to harsh winds here inside of combat. And then bank some spell mana and Warmother's Call next turn. It's just like the perfect draw. Fantastic fog there. I'm gonna have 10 mana total next turn. So if I Vile Feast something, I get to Warmother's Call still next turn. I think I like having the extra chump blocker out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
Convictions.
New recruit reporting in.
With a Vengeance and a Harsh Winds here, we should have more than enough time to get set up.
I cannot be sated.
You love to see it, chat. You love to see it.
Torches. Look out for reavers.
I think I just do this. I could like Vengeance this, but I'd like to see what I draw with this.
The signal fires.
Like that. We could draw that. Do I do this now, or do I pass and see if they do something? I feel like I should just do this now, right? They're basically on empty. If they pass back, I'm really sad. No, I think I just do this now. Our opponent also concludes that I should ruin it right away. For the record, the opponent agrees with my line. V.I. Heimer. Alright, I'm definitely mulliganing all of these. I think I keep... Actually, the box can kill an early elusive play. So do I keep the box? I think I'm gonna keep box and thresh to stop their elusives. We're attacking on odds, which is nice. That's really good. That's like super strong. Knowing our luck, they're gonna create a Warmother's call. That's not bad.
Smells like opportunity.
Wow, what is in their hand? Must just be a bunch of stinky garbage, huh? I get to play out the Hearthguard here, which is great. Get the spots bumped up.
Is yours.
I mean, they probably don't have Heimer in their hand if they're playing out there. They're burning their spell mana there. Has a barrier. Almost made Noopsy, chat. Almost made Noopsy. Wow, no attacks. Okay, that surprised me. Oh, they lost their card draw for the turn. That's great for us.
We fight for one Freljord.
Yeah, I'm very surprised they skipped combat there.
To be the problem.
Today we fight as one.
Today we fight as one. Flash me, daddy.
There's the 1-2 punch.
Yep, yeah, the box will be a super clean answer to Heimer. Wow, this box is about to be absurd. So, this card, if you're new to Runeterra, kind of similar to Young Pyromancer, Monastery Mentor. It makes a thing every time they summon a thing. Or every time they cast a spell, it summons a thing that they get to play out. The old box here. The box there definitely deserves a fizzy emote. Not close. Stuff them in the box, chat. Stuff them in the box.
Piltover Enforcer on the scene.
On the scene.
I will play my part.
Is there a Twitch overlay for this? Yep. Yeah, if you're on desktop, there's a Twitch overlay. If you were watching earlier when we were streaming Magic, though, you'll need to refresh. Because Twitch doesn't switch over automatically. Yes, you. I decided the Jeskai Feather list was more competitive. Yeah, Iowa Geek. So, as always, all of the deck pages on my website are living pages. They get updated as formats change and I play more things. And the last time we played the Jeskai list, it felt really good. They're trying to transform their 2-2 into a 5-5, so let's kill it in response. Huh? Do I want to burn a kill a vengeance here? Just let Thresh. I guess Thresh isn't even dying. This is still taking the damage, right? Oh! Oh, I misunderstood what was going on. Oh, I misunderstood what was going on. I thought they were turning their thing into a 5-5, not my thing into a 2-2. So I should have done this before their thing leveled up and kept my 2-2 elusive, is what should have happened there. So now all of their Vis are leveled up like this, and I'm a big dumb stupid. Thanks for the 14 months, Black Sheep. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, it's a pretty big mistake on my part.
We burn, then kindle anew.
Maybe this is wrong. It might be right to, like, just set up Ruination to kill their Vi again next turn.
Vi stands for vicious.
So, leveled up, she does 5 to my Nexus when she hits my things as well. The blowout box was a long time ago, yep. I mean, to be fair, the blowout box was basically a 1-for-1, right? It's just like, normally Heimer's worth more value than that.
Frostian border from here.
Hit 'em where it hurts.
I've not played Easy Twisted Fate yet, but I've seen a lot of that, yeah. You've got a pretty hefty deck queue going for Runeterra, so pretty much most of the stuff I'm playing on stream is viewer submissions now. Which has been fine. A lot of them have been good. The fact that the Make It Rain like counts as multiple targets for Ezreal is really powerful. Yeah, shark counting as well is also good.
The Freljord's eternal guardian.
I don't understand your question, Velcro.
The dark echoes.
Sure. You can just replay Anivia here, right?
Here in your heart.
So Thresh can actually trade with their Vi here. I don't understand. Are you asking, can you recommend changes to what I'm playing, or are you asking me if I make changes to what viewers have submitted? Yeah, Anivia's leveled up, so Anivia will deal 2. So this will go to 2, and then Thresh will kill it through tough. I'm gonna time people out that don't understand how Runeterra works.
A new era begins.
I mean, is it that brutal? Like, my opponent's deck doesn't really have burn in it. So, like, the fact that, like, this is hitting me for 5 again next turn, like, isn't really the end of the world. Like, what they're doing is currently kind of annoying, but, like, it does not really, like, hurting us in the long term. I guess it, like, resets the Anivia. There's 3 copies to get excited. Yeah, and they lost one of those copies earlier when their hand was full and they drew.
You name it, I'll nick it.
So, like, Vi can't block any of these profitably. We'll probably see this trade with one. We'll see what else they have. They do have 7 mana, so we'll see. That the third will too. Is at least the second. It might have been the third.
Tell it to the fists.
Okay, so probably some kind of combat trick here. The fact they're blocking my second thing, maybe the lifesteal barrier. Oh, they're just like blocking in addition to that, just in case. Yeah, like the fact that they burned that is so good for me too now. They're down to 4 here. This is Thresh is not leveling anytime soon. They bounced Anivia twice. He's one to save from Ruination. It was the third. Yeah, I forgot about the one that saved from Ruination. If they don't open attacks, I'm pretty sure we Ruination next turn if they, like, open on a unit. Be kind of surprised if they don't open attacks, though. That's a good draw.
Trouble coming at ya.
Join the
we'll see. I think they've only played 2 of the +3 attack here. So we could see the +3 attack to kill Thresh. They could have violences. No, they can't. This is their 3rd Vi. I'm pretty sure someone else said that earlier. Yep. Combat still worked out pretty well for us. Am I playing Anivia out? She's not there. I guess playing Anivia out, opening on attacks next turn seems fine. You cannot double block in this game, correct? Makes the combat decisions play out quite differently than they do in Magic. Well, I guess developing this into Ruination is also fine. As to say, I probably want a Ruination at some point. But, like, this makes an egg, so it's, like, not a big deal. Significant to the 25 by camera portrait. For $25, I will play your Runeterra deck of choice on stream. That's why this is a dollar sign over here. Yeah, I mean, we're just opening on attacks next turn and hopefully they're dead, right? Which is probably what they're trying to figure out.
Let's soar. Come on.
If they Spirit's Refuge, I have Harsh Winds.
Until our paths cross once more.
This deck's actually been way more competitive than I was expecting it to be. Hey, Pedota, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I've been loving Runeterra. If you haven't seen my schedule, I'm doing Runeterra content every single day now. You can find it up on my website and my YouTube channel. Exploring a different constructed deck for an hour and a half or so each day. A good, easy way to support my content is check those videos out when they come out. They're doing okay-ish on YouTube after the fact. I think the Runeterra stuff's at about a third to 50% of what my Magic videos usually get, which is not bad considering it's a newer game. It's a newer game and I haven't been producing stuff for it for as long. Another Ezreal Twisted Fate matchup. Definitely mulliganing all of these. I think I'll keep the box. Drawing double Warmother's Call here is super awkward. Yeah, putting people in boxes has been good so far today. I think I'm just 1 for winning this year. Would you mulligan Warmothers? I don't know. The opponent's deck does go long, but it also has some randomly aggressive draws.
I need more runs. See the Demastian border from here.
Last Breath, shuffle 2 Enraged Jittys into your deck. That's pretty good.
The signal fires.
And take a hit for 4 here. It's not too big of a deal. We'll get to jam Hearthguard next turn. Not to sound like too much of a Runeterra fanboy, but basically everything other than the deck editor is better in Runeterra than compared to Arena.
We fight for one Freljord.
And the deck editor's functional, so I'll cut them some slack because their game's newer.
We playing bilge rules, son?
Amarosans, stand together.
Yeah, I'm aware the deck editor's on the list of things for them to work on, but I think it's also fair to point out that, like, that's the one thing that's not ideal currently.
Safety will cost you.
So I have 9 mana total here. Just gonna Nivea.
Your time of need.
Thresh lives through Beam. I mean, if they want to beam this to Nivea, I think that's fine. If you've not watched anyone play Runeterra, you're missing out. This game's sweet.
This place.
Don't ask where it's from, ask how much.
Good golly. Huh. So, I think I'm gonna Vile Feast this. So that way I can Withering Wail next turn and clean their board up. And then we're 2 turns off of calling. So, want to make sure we end this turn with spell mana. So that way we can Warmother's Call next turn. I'm just going to go ahead and grasp this. Let's keep my health a little high and the board pretty clear.
A game. Go on then.
So it goes back up to 20. What if it's right to Thresh first? Nah, I think because we have the Warmother's Call rolled up in hand, I don't need to prioritize taking risks to flip Thresh. Is there counter magic in this game or just interaction and board wipes? There's the equivalent of negate / stifle in this game. You cannot respond to people playing units, however you can respond to people playing slow and fast spells. A good mix. So slow and fast spells build a stack in the middle where you can respond to things. And some Enter the Battlefield effects you can respond to. Yes, that is accurate. Okay, so my opponent passed here, assuming I'm going to attack, but that's fine. I'm going to hit end round and you don't get to play anything.
I
I love the priority system in this game. It is so fantastic. It's so skill intensive and rewarding with situations like that. This person's like A+ on their emote game. It's been great. I feel like I need to get this Elise emote they keep using. It's quite excellent. Yeah, it's real good. Can replace this one maybe?
Our strength is yours. Today we fight as one.
Do I play a second call? That's gotta be wrong, right? Yeah, I should just hold up removal. You're right. Playing the second call's the fun play, though, chat. No, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. We've actually been moving up with this deck, so I'm gonna make the right play instead of the fun player. Well, that's just rude. Now I'm gonna do the other one. Now I'm gonna call. Okay. All right, sweet.
Many tribes under one banner.
Many tribes under one banner.
My blade grows restless.
Candy! Candy! Oh no. Hey, this asshole better not kill us. I'm gonna be real tilted. I would like to murder that one. Oh, I should wait till they attack? We could just die here. They have 2 warning shots. Alright.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
I'm always up for a round or two. Eyes open.
Alright, mommy. Alright, mommy. Time to open attacks. I should technically put my hooker last, right? Alright, I like to end on a high note. We had a ton of really good games with this deck. This was, I don't know, any thoughts on this? The deck was like genuinely felt great. It was a lot. It's like I wasn't expecting a lot out of this, and I feel like I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I don't think I have any changes. Go buy the Elise mode. Sorry, yeah, let's fix that real quick. I might have to put dollars in again soon, chat. That's okay. Yeah, I think if you're looking for this deck code, it's up on my Mobilytics page. It'll also be on the YouTube video underneath. If you didn't catch the whole set, we played this deck for almost an hour and a half, and we had a ton of fantastic games. just like that last one there. Yeah, I don't think I'd really change anything. I think with appropriate mulligans against the aggro decks, you have a lot of play and counterplay to what you have going on. The curve of this deck is flipping hilarious, which is great. No, I'm going to go ahead and be done for the day, Missilehead. So rather than doing super long days like I was for a while, my plan is to be live every day with slightly shorter days. So I'm doing 2 Magic decks and then 1 Runeterra deck almost every single day here. You can find tons of past archives up on my YouTube channel and my website if you missed any of the past days that I've been streaming. I'll catch all y'all around tomorrow. We'll be playing more Magic and Runeterra then. Thanks everybody for hanging out through the end of the stream.